Hey everybody, and welcome to Habs Odds and Ends. So it's basically a news of the day type video, and we're gonna get right into it. Got a bunch of stories. So first up, what's on the board? I don't even know. Congratulations, Tampa Bay, for winning the 2020 Stanley Cup. The Conn Smythe Trophy went to Victor Hedman. This was not an easy Stanley Cup to win, no matter what people. Some people are saying, it's not hockey, it's bubble hockey. No, this was harder for them to win, and they deserve all the accolades they can get. And I did pick them at some point, I think before the playoffs started, I picked them to win the cup. So there you go. Congratulations me. I picked them to win the cup. That goes along with this. Asshole of the week, my second asshole of the week that I'm giving out, and that goes to Leafs apologist Damian Cox. He made another idiotic tweet on Twitter. It started out with, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it was ridiculous, but it started out with, not a difficult cup to win. And for me, that's all you need to read. So I'm giving him my second ever Asshole of the Week award. Yes, Damian Bubble Hockey is and was the real thing. He kind of almost walks it back in the same tweet. But I mean, it's ridiculous. He's a Leafs apologist. All he wants to do is bash everybody else. And it was a harder win for any team. Whoever would have won, that's a harder win than I think any other year. So asterisk there. And Tampa Bay, okay, they were one of the round robin teams, so they didn't have that extra series to play. But still, it was not an easy win. Congratulations to Tampa Bay. Next up, I guess I went back to that story, but anyway, Ottawa. So we're Ottawa trading fifth pick. So I read this story that they may be willing to listen to offers for the fifth pick, but it said probably not until the fourth pick is made. So I guess they're worried about what Detroit will take. And if they take the guy they don't want and the guy that they want is still available, they'll take the pick. And if not, they might trade it away. Don't know the validity of that, but I saw this on Twitter. Thought, well, it's interesting because a lot of people are talking about Ottawa, us trying to either get Ottawa's picks or, some team trading to pick up their third and fifth pick. But I doubt they're going to do it personally. I think they'll take both picks. Next up, Caulfield staying in Wisconsin. So the question was out there for the last week or so: is Cole Caulfield going to go to Sweden and play with? I think it was Rogel BK, and he was considering it because the NCAA and the Big Ten, I guess in general, they weren't sure when they were going to start, if they were going to start. But apparently they've announced that it will be delayed, but they're hoping to start in November. If that happens, great. Caulfield stays and plays. Marc Bergevin, in an interview today, as a matter of fact, said he would like him to play hockey this season. Doesn't want to see him not play hockey this season. So I imagine if the NCAA says no, we're canceling completely, and Europe they're still playing, he might go to Europe to play then. But he's going to try to play with Wisconsin this year. Caulfield and Struble were invited to the 2020-21 U.S. National Junior Team Evaluation Camp. So not unexpected. So that'll happen next year. We'll see what goes with that. Thought I'd bring that out. Next up, don't expect to trade for Laine. So like I said, Bergevin had this interview with Tony Marinaro, and he didn't specifically say he's not looking to trade for Laine, but if you listen to what he's saying, he's not going to trade away the pieces that it would take to get a Laine because it would set them backwards. That's what he believes, and it's true. I said it before. You get a guy like that, yeah, he fills a hole that you have and a great need, and he's a great shooter and all that stuff. I'm not knocking him, but to get him, you create holes elsewhere, and that doesn't really help. So it's like taking a step forward and two steps backward. That's what he believes. I don't expect now at this point to see them going for anybody like Laine, any of the big names like that, and giving up players he doesn't want to give up. That's how I interpret it. Gallagher, and I think he did say this, Gallagher's next on his list to re-sign. My podcast partner, Jeff Head, he was talking about it. He expects to see Gallagher re-signed any day now, and I even said it. I agree with him. And there you go. It's kind of confirmation he's going to be working on it. Whether they sign right away or it takes a little bit longer, I don't know. But Gallagher's the next guy up. And then he said Phil Deneau was next on his list after Gallagher. Bergevin willing to use a first-round pick to make a deal. This was to me was a big thing in this. It came late in the interview, but he said he'd be willing to trade the first round pick or any of the draft picks and some of the prospects, depending on the deal and who would be involved. But he'd be willing to look at trades where he's going to move some of the picks and prospects to get somebody in here. So that's something I think it's different. You've never really heard him talk like that, but he did say he's got untouchables. Those are Carey Price, Nick Suzuki, and he reiterated the Nick Suzuki part in the interview. And let's see, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, KK, and also Alex Romanov. So those are guys that are untouchable. I would have to think that with the re-signing of Jeff Petrie, that Jeff Petrie's probably in there as an untouchable now. And there's probably a few other players. But I guess if the right contract or offer comes around and it helps the team get better, that he at least listen to it and maybe make the deal. He also kind of talked like Jonathan Drouin is not going anywhere. So all of us trying to add Jonathan Drouin into a trade here, and it looks like Jonathan Drouin is going nowhere. That's my prediction. He's going nowhere. Next up, the entry draft is coming up really soon. The entry draft is on October, I was going to say first, round 1, October 6th, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, it'll just be the first round. That's where all the hullabaloo happens, and it takes a lot of time. It's a virtual draft, so it's not like we're going to see the guy put his sweater on, all that. I don't know what's going to take so much time, but I guess it will give the general managers more time to like try to wheel and deal and make some moves there. So what I was talking about with Ottawa, after the 4th round, they might have a couple of minutes there, like 5 minutes to make a deal. So it might happen, I guess. Maybe we'll see some movement, in positions on the first round of the draft here. Second round and 2nd through 7th, I guess I should say, is the next day, October 7th, and that starts at 11:30 a.m. in the morning. I do believe that's a Tuesday and that's a Wednesday. And that is it for the Habs odds and ends. Trying to remember the name I just gave them. That's the new name for the show. So hopefully you like that. If you did, give a thumbs up. And while you're down there doing that, leave me a comment about any of these stories. What you think of it, what you think I said about what I said about them. And that's in the comment section down there. And while you're there, if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed already, why haven't you subscribed already? Head down there and subscribe, ring the notifications bell. It's going to get you your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge right here talking Habs. Thanks for watching, everybody. Do appreciate it. Please stay safe out there. And peace out, y'all. I'll see you next video. Bye, everybody.